Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Oh, the sun is shining. It's a little nippy. I have lived most of my life in cold places, so this is just a little breeze for some of us. Let me restart this joyous day because the sun is shining and we are all here to see it. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Troy White. I'm the 6th Executive Director of the Metropolitan Development Housing Agency known as MDHA. Thank you for joining us today as MDHA relaunches its service center under a new name. And I'm going to read it out, but all you need to know is the acronyms. The Valuing Opportunities, Inclusion, and Connectivity for Everyone Center, or as we call it, the Voice Center. When I joined the MDHA 3 years ago, 2021, I established 3 pillars that were very near and dear to me: residents, staff, and development. In those 3 years, we have focused diligently on those 3 pillars, including the reason why we do what we do, which is our residents. We created a resident services department for the first time in MDHA's 85 years last year. We consolidated operations to create this department because investing in our residents is too important. As we've done that, we've created and rebranded, which you all will be able to see shortly, a one-stop shop named the Voice Center. Part of what the Voice Center does is it provides the connectivity not just to the residents of Napier and Sudocum, but the greater community. I want to thank and mention a few of our partners. We've got a ton more partners here. These partners include Dominion Financial Management, Meharry Medical College School of Public Health, the Metro Public Health Department, Nashville Strong Babies Program, which is very critically important, Urban League of Middle Tennessee, Oasis Center, and last but certainly not least, the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. All of these organizations have space in this building behind you to provide a wraparound level of services. I would also like to thank the MDHA staff. Could you all at least wave your hand? I always have to thank my bosses. I see one of them. If my boss could stand up, I'm going to stand her up. And I also want to thank Mayor O'Connell. I'm going to go off script because they gave me a live mic. I want to thank Mayor O'Connell for his diligence as the former council member of this district. He was over this district when I first got to town and met with him about what we're trying to do over here at Napier and Sudocum. And as a testament, he is here today to speak right after me. I encourage the 30,000 Nashville residents that MDHA house that they all have a voice. We know this because we hear it loudly. This center is just the catalyst for their pathway to self-sufficiency. But we want to make sure we incorporate their voice in our new direction. With all of that said, and I feel the breeze starting to pick up, I'm going to turn it over to our mayor, Mayor Freddie O'Connell. Mayor, could you come up and say a few words, please?
Well, thank you, Dr. White. This is a great morning for me personally because, as Dr. White mentioned, I represented District 19, which was here. This footprint was a part of District 19 when I was on the Metro Council, and for 8 years I spent a lot of time interacting with residents of MDHA's communities here, but also residents in the neighborhoods around. And we had community safety meetings that continue to this day. We see several of our friends and partners at the Metro Nashville Police Department here. We had lots of meetings about planning, and fundamentally all of these conversations came down to community needs, and that's what's so important today. I know we're joined by council members Jacob Coupin and Terry Vo, And we're also delighted to have a state partner, Deputy Commissioner Dwayne Scott with Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. And all of this public leadership, I hope, is being represented today with a stronger response to community needs. We're enabling opportunity here, a more responsive and accessible local government and partners, and a commitment that you heard Dr. White talk about to resident service. And ultimately, that's customer service. I can't say thank you enough to Dr. White and his leadership, Jamie Berry, who I've worked with closely for so many years, in their focus on residents and establishing that resident services department for the first time in 85 years. Now, they already provide many resources, including the family self-sufficiency program, the financial freedom workshops, workforce development training, and other community health initiatives. But what we're seeing today is taking a space that will strengthen local partnerships and cultivate new ones to bring additional service. Thanks to this revitalized resource center, the MDHA Resident Services Department will now offer multiple services under one roof, as well as some of those partner agencies and nonprofits that you just heard about. You heard Dr. White reference the Metro Public Health Department's Nashville Strong Babies program. They will have presence right here. This is our perinatal health program providing maternal health and infant care services for Davidson County families at no cost. And why this matters is for a multi-year pilot period, this program was only available in a few select zip codes. What is remarkable about it, though, is when we take care of mothers and when we help more babies celebrate their first birthdays, you start to see better outcomes. You start to see health disparities reduce. And in that pilot period, which is now we've been able to, with the help of federal partnerships, expand to county-wide, participating mothers had a 100% maternal survival rate. And now they will get to have presence right here on the ground with MDHA. And I was delighted to see friends from the Oasis Center as I walked up. This one-stop shop model is going to be so critically important to opportunity. The Voice Center will be a one-stop shop not only for residents at the neighboring Napier Place and Sudicum Apartments communities, but for anyone who wants access to the valuable resources. So it is a big deal to have it here. So Dr. White, thank you for creating the Opportunity Hub where all are welcome. The Voice Center will offer a better customer experience for residents who need or want support. And I love that that acronym is VOICE, because this is helping people find their own voices as they seek opportunity. There are so many things that smart, committed people have been working on to make our lives in Nashville just a little easier, and sometimes for a while, and I think it's important that we always take the time to elevate those and amplify those and increase enrollment and participation. So I'm excited to see MDHA bringing so many important services to the Voice Center, services that will help residents thrive in Music City and secure their sense of belonging in Nashville. So I encourage people to check this center out not only today, but for years into the future. And I want to thank MDHA and all of the partners we've got here for delivering on a comprehensive vision of customer and resident service, one address at a time. Now I want to invite Commissioner Scott up, and thank you so much for being here.
Well, good morning again. Just excited to be here and to be a part of this collaboration, because it's actually it's right in our focus of where we're going with the Department of Labor. Several months ago, we met with Dr. White, and then soon after that, we met with his senior team, and things started to happen. And I've been in Department of Labor maybe about 4 years, but I'm told we're seeing things happen and collaborations happen. There's been a lot of pick and shovel work along the way, but now we're seeing that come together. And what's so neat about it, it is resident-centric. I mean, it is centered on the residents. We bring to the table the workforce piece of it, and we're doing a lot of talk with our department. You're going to see with our whole team, customer, how do we better serve? How do we serve more people, and we serve them better? That's really kind of the focus. And one of the models you'll see with the Department of Labor, we've started it here. It's a model we're going to sort of take throughout the state, and that's taking the services to the people. Being in the areas, not just we'll keep the job centers, but we need to go where the residents are, where the people are, so that we can make that
transverse to them a lot more easier. The collaboration that we've had so far with MDHA, with Metro, with our youth program and other things continues to explain how we can serve more and serve better. We've had, our goal is to, with the Department of Labor, is we have the workforce, which is the residents and those individuals of the state of Tennessee, bringing them to the workplace. So we bring and we do that through upskilling, reskilling, giving them the tools they need and the wraparound services so they can have the dignity of work. And folks, the city of Nashville and the entire state is growing too much economically for us not to bring everybody along with us. So our whole workforce plan is so you'll see a lot of things coming. You'll hear us talk a lot about micro-credentialing. So the individual you don't have to go through a 4-year college or 2-year college. You'll be able to get a small credential and literally change the generational economics of your household. So we're excited about that, but we can only do that by being in the right places, and we appreciate the partnership, being invited here with MDHA. We look to continue to expand that. We're already working with them in Deuce Street, Casey Homes as well. We plan to continue that. And we appreciate those that's been working with us to make that happen. April, who's here working, she's getting out, and it's just our folks are energized because of the change we're seeing. We appreciate the partnership. We're looking forward, as I said, to serving more and serving better. We'll ask Dr. White to come up now as I finish. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Commissioner Scott. I really appreciate the partnership. I know my team appreciates the partnership and the community does. At this time, we're going to do 2 things. One, I'm going to invite up all the speakers, the MDHA board members, all of our Metro Council members, residents, partners, all other elected officials, so we can take a photo op in front of the building. Jamie and/or her team will be directing where we need to go. And then there will be guided tours inside the building. So that is the end of our program, where folks can start making their way up because it's a little cool out here today, and I want to thank you all.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.